Welcome to On the Level. When you think of Rwanda, you typically don't associate technology with the African country. However, the new Rwanda is emerging, and the knowledge, expertise, and drive to succeed in a digital world is being fostered. Levvel's sister company, Muraho Technology in Kigali, Rwanda, is at the forefront, not only educating in software quality assurance testing, but doing so to advance women in tech. In this episode, we virtually travel across the globe to Rwanda, where Dan McKittrick of Levvel in Canada speaks to Scrum Master Isabelle Buchianeza about her thoughts on why women are so well suited for testing. Take a listen as Isabelle speaks from the new Rwanda.
Welcome to another edition of On the Level. Today we are going to be talking again about quality assurance testing of software that's being developed. We're taking a different angle today on this podcast, on this interview. We decided to bring along the team lead, the expert, the seasoned professional from Rwanda, Isabelle Buchianeza. And I don't have that correct, I know the last name, but Isabelle and I actually have worked together for the last year and a half out of Rwanda. And she comes with experience, with a very good education, but with a passion for excellence. And I think today's meeting, I'd like to just bring Isabelle in and share a little bit about her life and what she sees as important in the field of quality assurance testing and passion of life. But just to set that up, I think it's important just to frame this whole interview that Isabelle's coming to us from Kigali, Rwanda, and it's the new Rwanda. And one thing I know very clearly about having lived in Rwanda for 3 years is that Rwanda is a country of a big vision with incredible leadership, and they are fully vested in investing in their people. And what we've been able to see through Muraho, which is the sister company of Levvel, and that's why we're doing On the Level interview here today, is that the country is very interested in matching the right people to the right opportunity, but knowing that it takes a preparatory phase of investing in people to get them to the caliber that they need to be at to participate at the international standards of which we promised to deliver. So have I said that correctly, Isabelle?
Yes, you did exactly.
Okay. Well, listen, again, welcome to this opportunity, this On the Level podcast. I would love you to actually tell us the correct pronunciation of your last name. And I know it means welcome to the new day or good morning, your family name, which almost every family name in Rwanda has some kind of significance to it. I'd love you to tell us about that and a bit about your background, if you wouldn't mind, where you grew up, what your education was. I'd love to learn a bit about you for the next moment or two.
Thank you. Well, my last name is Buchianeza. It's Bucyenez. It's a long name, but the significance is that wake up early in the morning and find yourself healthy. That's a good day. So, but
Excellent.
Let me just take you into my childhood and my background. I'm a fourth in the family of 8 siblings, and I was fortunate to have all the basic needs that I made from my family and grew treated equally to my brothers. That's the first thing I love in my family. It's a big family, but all equipped and treated equally. Then that, because I was the fourth, I was kind of among the elders. I have a lot, but a very big responsibilities about my young sisters and brothers. So I started to be responsible, to take responsibilities. And this was from my parents. From my parents, they were very hard worker, always encouraging us to be the best that we can be. And I was every time sit beside my dad when he was talking to other friends, they used to call me, Tinyano say Mkoga. I say it means in English, a daughter to a father. So always find me beside my dad, including their talks. And if this young lady, I think it would be someone that I find just energy being like my dad, raising a big family like that. And then, so I started feeling myself that can be responsible and so energetic through the words from my dad. and that he tries the best to get me into the School of Excellence. There is a school called Fawe Girls School. It's a school only for women, and this school is very excellent till now. And now it's, I think, 20 years ago, which the school started, and still in the top. So he tries the best, get me in that school. So,
You know, if I'm not mistaken, Fawe Girls School is in Gasozi. Yeah. It's in Gasozi.
Exactly.
And it is right beside the school that my wife, Kathy, helped start, called Discovery International Preschool.
Wow.
And I know that it's of the highest caliber, focusing on women, girls and women, to develop them into being the professionals of tomorrow for Rwanda. So if I could just steer this a little bit, when it comes to a work ethic, and I really appreciate you mentioning that it sounds like your father was not just your mentor, but your inspirer, your inspiration for doing well and taking responsibility and focusing on excellence. And, you know, Isabel, I've seen that from day one that we started working together in Rwanda, and that's why you escalated up the leadership role, and now are you know, running the organization in Rwanda with the teams of women. And we really appreciate that, matched with our international leadership team as well, to help connect to the international marketplace. What does it mean to you, Isabel, to deliver the quality that's required in the international marketplace? What's the formula that goes into creating an excellent quality assurance tester out of Rwanda?
Oh, thank you. The best formula, how can I explain this, is that we give our clients, first thing is communication. We understand their current situation. We try to dive into their processes to match it with how to kind of create this smooth structure to deliver the right thing. So and then from that side, what we do, it's just now assessing. We assess their environment, we assess the processes, their current processes, and we assess also the person. And then from this, it gives us the huge picture and how we can integrate within the team. And another thing I can say, it's team. We have this team because we believe that teams makes work everything. It's deliver quickly, you deliver the quality, and then we matching it with the communication and getting better understanding the client. This gives us the key, I think.
Okay, well, and that is very helpful for me to hear that. When I think of our co-sourcing model, meaning our teams aren't looking for work to come over to them, they are looking to actually be virtually inserted into the development teams in the organizations that we're serving. That's correct?
Correct.
And with that then, let me ask you the commitment that you have and the team has to ongoing learning and education, because we do not live in a static world. Things are ever changing. Can you just talk a little bit about the approach that you lead the team with ongoing learning and education?
Yeah, so this is the process. We make sure that we have a team which composed by the experts, testers, because we are all, you are all certified by the EISTQB. We make sure that in the team there is a tech expert with the experience for more than 10 years. We make sure that we have the engineers. And then from this very, very, very concise team, we make sure that we keep on the loop. We keep on the loop of learning new things. And then from that, we make sure that we address it to the technology, new technology is coming. We co-source the all information we have, all skills we have within the team, and then it keeps us to learn new things. We make sure what is in the market, we are ahead of that. We have the capacity, we learn every day, we learn every tool, we learn every processes with that is really required to be in the national market. And based on the broad training we got, with the expert team we have, we are able to do this. So we have this kind of processing, continuous learning to increase our capacity and be qualified on the market.
Right, I love hearing that, because that's exactly what customers not only demand, but deserve. you know,
Yeah,
is the
great.
most cutting edge of the offering.
Yeah.
This is great. So one thing I think that's important for me to mention is that in Rwanda, technology has typically been, and I'm not just saying sort of typically, like 99.9% been a man's game, if I'm not mistaken. So when I was there, you know, visiting the universities, we were looking for the talented people. I would see 99 out of 100 people in that classroom being a guy. There were very few women in tech. However, in the 4 years since I arrived there in Rwanda, I noticed there's a large influx of women coming along. Would you agree with that statement? Like in your education, what number were you in a classroom of male versus female?
Well, because me, I've taken the school from the female school. The high school was only female, and say we were 30 that is in the class. But for the university, we were few, of course. Not less than 10 people, not less than 10 women in the class. The time I was in the university. But these days, it's not the same. It's like 50-50 or 61 for 50 for men.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does it mean for you to be a woman in tech?
Great. So for me, being a woman in tech, I always take this as a honor, because especially being a woman in tech in this industry and in this country, which is growing in IT industry very fast, it's a honor, and I believe that women, we can do this better. We can do this better because we belong now, you know, our country is promoting the gender equality. In any sector, you can see that there is a majority of women in that. And then for ICT, it has become also the majority of women, and they have proven that they're able to do this. You can see our company is only women, and we deliver the incredible quality. So
okay.
for me to be in tech, it's very honor.
Right. So just for our audience, ICT is what we refer to as IT here in North America, because it includes information technology and communications. So not just information technology, right? So what attributes? Because I was remembering when Dr. Michael Pucci was running some of our training courses, and they talked about, you know, the 14 competencies that are really required and the job readiness that's required to bring people up to that international standard. And you mentioned, I'm not here to challenge you on this, but you mentioned women are really great at it, okay?
Yes.
So if you look at in the field of quality assurance testing, what competencies or characteristics or attributes of a woman make them shine in the field of quality assurance testing in your mind?
Great question. I always laugh when someone asks me this because I always relating it to the character of a woman.
Okay.
We know that all women have been born or created by these things of caring. They're the most people who care more about everything. So if you link it with the quality assurance, that's wow. See, we have these characteristics of caring and being focused and also taking much details on things. When a woman is doing something, it's very detailed to that. And all those three, when you couple them, this is quality assurance. Okay.
You mentioned something earlier as well, and I thought it was very rich, is that you deliver solutions on a team basis, right?
Yes.
So the team is made up of many different qualifications within that team. Like you said, there's an engineer, there's a project manager, there's a communication specialist, there's a load of testers. How do you find that women work in a team environment? Is it something that's natural as well?
It's natural because women always, let me go just maybe out of the technology, I'm talking widely. Women, you always find women together in the team, talking about something else or whatever, but they find always, you don't find only one woman alone. She's with someone else or a team. So getting this is nature. This is nature. So being focused, being in the team, and then focus on one thing, it's helping each other. Okay, so this is a great thing.
All right, so if I've heard you correctly, attention to detail.
Yes.
Commitment to caring for the customer and one another, and working just by the naturalness of being part of a team, being part of community is what makes you shine within the field of, makes you very strong in the field of testing. Okay.
Exactly.
And I believe those are absolutely the fundamental requirements of delivering what the customers are looking for. And I personally have heard tremendous feedback from our customers in Canada and the States saying, you know, wow, we have not seen this approach before. We're now finally understanding what true quality testing of a quality manner can be. And so it gives me, you know, joy to be able to say, you guys are doing it, and fantastic good work that you're doing. So the last question I'd love to ask you is, where do you see, what are some of your goals for yourself and then also for the country of Rwanda and the women of Rwanda in and outside of tech, or maybe just in tech? But I wanted to throw this question at you because you are, you're on the path of like, I believe, very large potential influence of women and girls who are coming up to launching into their careers. And I would love to hear from you where you see this, where you see Rwanda going, where you see your role as a leader in guiding the next generation. You often talk about that to me, and I would love for you to share that with the audience today.
Okay, thank you. For women in tech in Rwanda, if I can say, we have a goal. We have been privileged to get this chance and get these all skills. So for my first goal as a woman in tech and as a leader in this, it's just for to give back to the community. I would love just seeing the young generation growing, enthusiastic and passionate about what they're doing, and being able to deliver this, because it's possible. If others can do this, even them, they can do this. And we have this opportunity of our country believes in us. And I think the whole world now is getting this, believe in the woman. You can see what all women have been through, where their leadership is always fantastic. So for the young generation, I may say, science is okay, technology is okay, and adding that, our nature character as a woman, it can be delivering this, and seeing everything growing in the industry, growing in politics, growing in the engineering, growing in wherever, even in IT, we can do this. And I believe young generation can get this example from us. If we lead by example, they will be inspired. This is my goal.
I thank you. I love this. I think the country is privileged to have you on board, Isabel, because you take on what I would call an attitude that is others-centric. And you believe it's so important that for the country to grow, it starts with individuals being inspired to make a difference. I want to say thank you for that. You're inspiring to me, very inspiring to me. I want to thank you for being one of the head leaders at Maraho Technology, which allows us at Levvel, on the level, you know, to be able to deliver the quality of solutions that the customers really deserve back here in North America and in Canada.
Thank you.
So last question before we wrap this up, I'd love to ask you for some thoughts on what does business in balance mean to you?
So business in balance, I'm going to refer it to my career as a quality assurance tester. Business in balance means understanding the problem of all the customers' side, analyze it, and then give the right structure to do this. By analyzing the staff, is the staff fitting for the position or for the work it's doing? What is the goal of the organization? What is needed so that can be productive? So if you match all these things, the environment, the person, the staff, the goal, and then you match it, you understand to your staff, you deliver what is required them to do the job, and then you set the set environment, the safe environment to everyone. I think the company and all the organization can be successful. So for me, business in balance means tackle every angle of the organization for its growth.
Okay, excellent. I believe in that approach as well, is that when we understand what the end goal is for organizations,
Yes.
what they're trying to do, why they're developing software or developing
Yes.
programs,
Yeah.
that if we keep that in mind as to why the testing has been done, not just from A, B, C, D, not so much systematically, that might be the process for good testing, but really understanding the business drivers behind why things are being developed. That is a greater value to bring to an organization. And within an agile methodology, it gives us the flexibility to move around. And you've talked to me a lot about that in the past as well. So,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I love agile. Agile. Agile is all about flexibility to the market and to the team, and then you deliver the quality, and then assure the timeline.
That's awesome. Listen, Isabel, I really want to thank you for this time here. Have you got any parting words that you'd like to share with our audience today? The last word is yours, being on the level.
Well, for the last word, I may address to the young women that want to pursue the career in quality assurance and deliver their best to the society or to the country, the whole world. That I can say that everything is possible. That what matters is just to know what you want, where do you want to go, what is your target, just focus on that, and then try always to be determined and excel in whatever you do, because this will drive you wherever, and this will help you to grow and grow the company. So it can be the message. And again, I may add this thing I want to add to emphasize the quality assurance. Why quality assurance in software development? If people can understand the risks that can be happen to the project that you are spending more than 6 months developing and then can be just failed within a day, this is the most risk and failure ever. So think about a QA as an added value to the code you wrote, you as the developer, or to the cost you spent as an organization to develop this kind of project. So QA, get it as an assistance and a second eye to your project to be successful. And then you will see that you will invest and then you get the return over investment. This is what I can say.
Isabel?
Yeah.
Excellent advice. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, your mind, your heart with us today. Really appreciate it. And we look forward to another conversation down the line here. Thanks a million.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Coming up on the next On the Level, Dan speaks with testing expert, author, trainer, and quality assurance advocate of 30-plus years, Randall Rice of Rice Consulting. As an integral part of the certification process that the Rwandan women in technology go through, Randall talks about his experience while leading these dedicated women and how the co-sourcing model brings project success to North American clients. Thanks for listening, and click subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of On the Level.